Protein can be exceptionally difficult to get in. If you're someone who struggles to get protein in, this video is going to really help you break down 4 ways to get more in, 3 food swaps that can be extremely helpful, and also 3 high protein convenient snacks. You probably know that if you want to improve your body composition, if you want to build lean muscle, if you want to lose body fat, then eating a high protein diet is one of the key drivers of this. But there's quite a few questions that come up. Should you supplement? Should you eat red meat? What about kind of plant sources? Are they all valid? I'm going to be touching on all of those right now. Protein itself is a standalone macronutrient. This basically means it's not the same as carbs and fat.
Cool.
It's used in different ways inside the body to help build lean muscle, recover, and essentially build new tissue. So you have to place a serious amount of importance on getting enough quality protein in if you want to maximize your results in the gym and improve and optimize your ability to actually burn body fat. Let's get pretty clear on one thing. There are daily protein recommendations, but they are nowhere enough that you need if your goal is to improve your lean muscle mass and essentially maintain a healthy body fat level. So what are the recommendations? Generally, as a rule of thumb, 1 gram per pound of body weight is a pretty good estimate for anyone looking to lose fat and build muscle. So step number 1 when it comes to increasing your protein intake is to get more protein in at every single meal. It's very easy in our modern day age to find foods that are rich in carbohydrates and rich in fats. Not so easy to find those that are rich in protein.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
When you sit down to every single meal, you have to ask yourself the question, where is my protein coming from? That is step 1. Every time you sit down to eat or every snack you have, where is the protein coming from? Ask yourself this question consciously and you will start to find ways to implement more protein. Again, we'll get into some food swaps and snacks and things like that I find really helpful. Step number 2 is supplementation. Adding a whey protein supplement is a very cheap, easy, quick and convenient way to get in 30 to 40 grams of additional protein without any real effort. So there are no magic to whey protein shakes. Let me be extremely clear on that to get started. They're not going to turn you into Arnold Schwarzenegger overnight. They're not going to turn you into The Rock tomorrow. They're not anything special. Think about them as powdered variations or versions of chicken, fish, steak, eggs, etc. That's it. And now, especially if you're plant-based, adding something like a hydrolyzed pea or rice protein can really increase the protein content for your day and help you work towards your muscle gain and fat loss goals. So using a whey protein supplement is key and would be a great recommendation for anyone who's looking to make things easy, cheap and convenient. Number 3 is actually just increasing the number of meals or snacks you have on a daily basis. For example, if you're currently having 3 meals per day and that's all you're having, you're not doing any snacking in between, it could be a really good idea to potentially add a high protein snack in between 2 of those meals. For example, maybe in the morning you have some Greek yogurt and some fruit, and maybe mid-afternoon you have something like a protein bar. Again, you don't need to go overboard, and especially if your goal is fat loss here, you want to incorporate these into your calories for the day. But rather than then trying to get 40, 50, maybe even 60 grams of protein in a single meal, which can be quite a challenging task, you can chunk it down into these smaller, more manageable, bite-sized options throughout the day. I personally like somewhere in the region of 4 to 5 feedings per day. Generally, I will incorporate a feeding as just any snack or any meal, and that's kind of the cadence that works best for me. What I have seen work best for our clients over the years, which we've helped over 500-600 people at this point, is 3 kind of main meals with a morning and evening snack. So generally 3 to 5 feedings is kind of the sweet spot for not filling yourself up too much, getting enough protein in and still being able to manage hunger, etc. if you're on a fat loss phase. The 4th and final point here is use leaner cuts of meat. So if you're using maybe a 5 to a 20% fat, switch to a 5%, switch to a 5% or a 93.7 or a 93.3, 95.5. aim for those leaner cuts of meat, for example, maybe chicken breast over thighs. These are going to essentially reduce the fat content that you're consuming on a daily basis and increase the protein. Now, just as a side note, there is nothing wrong with the fattier cuts of meat. Again, they can actually help you if you're in a surplus get more calories in if your goal is muscle gain. But ultimately, if you're struggling to get the protein in, then again, going for a leaner cut of meat will essentially mean you get more for your money in terms of protein there. Let's dive straight into the food swaps and snacks. You have your 4 strategies. The food swaps that I personally like to make very quickly and see most people are able to do is number 1, swap your eggs or your cereal, for eggs in the morning. Again, not much protein in cereal or any form of carbohydrate, even oats and things like that. Throw in a couple of eggs or swap them out for some eggs in the morning. That tends to be a really easy, manageable swap. Number 2 is implementing Greek yogurt as a snack. So if you're currently snacking in something, maybe even it's just plain yogurt, swap this out for the Greek variation. You get tons of different flavours, especially if you're in the US, you have some fantastic choices, but it's actually very easy anywhere now to pick up some high protein kind of Greek yogurt based snacks. These are great to get 15 to 20 grams in between your meals, and again, 2 of those a day will really add close to 40 to 50 grams of protein into your daily content. The third and final swap is swap your sweets, your crisps, your snacking items out for protein bars. Again, in the modern day and age, there are a multitude of protein bars that are available that actually taste extremely good. They are not chewy and dry. They actually taste fantastic. A couple of my favourites right now are the M&M Crispy Protein Bar. I like the Mars Protein Bar as well, and there's a Snickers Peanut Butter variation. Any of the grenade bars are pretty good for those who are based in the UK. The US market, I don't enjoy the protein bars too much. The Quest ones are probably the best of a bad bunch, but for whatever reason, the UK tend to have better options. In my experience, that's maybe just because I'm from the UK though. And 3 quick-fire, healthy, high-protein snacks that ultimately take no prep are going to be 1, any sort of beef or turkey jerky, etc. Really easy, convenient. And again, a packet of kind of beef or turkey jerky will get you about 30 to 40 grams. Obviously, no prep, no cooking required. Second on that could be some canned fish, something like a tuna or salmon or sardines, something along those lines to get a high protein hit in. And again, in the US, you get these kind of tuna flavoured packets. Some of them are really good, and I would definitely recommend picking up a couple of those. The third one is some boiled eggs. These are okay, require a little bit of prep, but if you boil some eggs up, for example, maybe at the start of the week, those will keep in the fridge quite easily for a couple of days, and then you have some healthy, quick, easy and convenient high protein snacks that require absolutely 0 prep. You have some strategies, some snacks, some food swaps that can help you get more protein in. Now, if you want to lose fat and build muscle at the same time, that is going to be a key factor. And off to the side, I'm going to show you exactly how to lose fat and build muscle, your training, your nutrition, everything else that goes into it. Go and check out that video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. See you all next time.